team, as good as they are offensively, they're a really good cutting team. That's one of the things they do really well, other than pick and rolls.
So the Cavs end up controlling the tap. Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Max Strus is back with Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. You better know where Strus is at the three-point line. Mobley can back it all the way out there, but you let him live out there rather than hurt you inside.
How about this matchup with Porzingis and Mobley?
Melton, Pajemski, Guy Santos is back with Draymond and Kristaps, and Draymond fighting to save that turnover. And it will be Cleveland ball and a foul
On offense, so more intense defense to start for the Cavs. And he stepped out of bounds, Donovan Mitchell here.
All right, so give me an idea throughout the night of how you would deal with James Harden, the do's and the don'ts, because I think he's one of the most difficult players to play against in the league.
Well, you got to keep your hands back, not out. He's going to try to come up under your arms, defending without fouling. Sometimes you go over his screen, sometimes you go under as you get a little pick and pop for Draymond Green and backs down the three.
Hey, Draymond right now, he's 14 away from setting a career high in threes made in a season.
Oh, he's shooting with a lot of confidence right now.
And Mobley, see the ability to get inside and then flip it in.
He can attack from the perimeter, so Porzingis has to be ready to move his feet.
And another three. One rim down. I do think Jarrett Allen and Mobley, you know, the double big thing, they're in the East. They're very different, and you see a lot of big-to-big passing right in the paint. Oh, Donovan Mitchell flipping that up and in.
So, right off the bat, the penetration the Cavs are getting, it's a little too easy. You gotta be able to move your feet. On-ball defense is important.
Donovan Mitchell knocked it away from Porzingis before the double team got there.
Well, that's the thing, the small defender, you don't want to mess around with it too much and dribble to see if you can turn around and shoot over the top. But Donovan Mitchell throws up a wild shot.
Yeah, that's a great no call. He was trying to foul bait there and was not rewarded for it. Pajemski, before the shot blocker could get there, flipping it up and in.
I think the pace favors the Warriors. If the Warriors can get up and down, get down there before this defense is set, beat the bigs down there, the more they can do that, the better.
Donovan Mitchell, first team All-NBA a year ago. Harden for Darius Garland trade. It changed Cleveland. Harden's been shooting the three so well in a Cleveland uniform. Mobley with the step around, flipping it up and in.
And Porzingis wanted the hook. Felt like he did a little extra to get around him on that step through.
Guy Santos didn't play last night, didn't bother him. Hits a three out of the corner.
You see how intentional the Warriors are about getting the ball down there before the defense is all the way set and move that ball around. You'll find the odd man out.
Yeah, set defense with that tall timber inside, no good. Mobley's missed a couple threes now. But the ricochet rebound out to Mitchell. Melton knocked it away, but going to be called for a foul in the process. Yeah, we won, but that kind of defense isn't going to get us into championship playoff form.
Well, that's the side of the ball where you ask questions, and that's what makes it kind of a wild card in the East, because they struggle as you get the little floater over Porzingis for Max Strus. That's where the separation happens. They're the worst of those top four teams defensively. They're 15th there. They've struggled to find consistency there as Melton misses a three.
Yeah, Anthony Melton's wearing a wrap on his left thumb. Porzingis has been dealing with a right shooting wrist. Guy Santos with a pelvic injury. Draymond, good defense there. Outlet pass to GP2. Touchdown!
So you got a good double team on James Harden there, and every now and then, I said you want to give him different looks. Every now and then you want to throw a double team at him, get active with your hands, see if he'll turn it over.
Mobley's been very aggressive, but there's that double big. Mobley takes Porzingis with him, and there's Jarrett Allen to clean it up. Pajemski and Porzingis up top. Potts gets Mobley on him. Defensive player of the year. To Draymond to beat the buzzer off iron there. Good box out by Harden. Leonard noticed it. Both teams are like, all right, you want to run? Let's run. Cleveland's thinking, hey, the Warriors played last night. The Dubs are like, we better get up before they set their defense with all that height. Shot clock at 7. Knocked away. Draymond again. Another deflection. Melton running with Pajemski. Gave it back to him. Great catch by Melton to avoid the turnover, but couldn't pay off with the basket. BP2. Go. Pajemski another opportunity. A little decel, and he couldn't quite bank it home. So the Warriors' great defense, but it didn't pay off on the other end.
And the Cavs are 9th when it comes to turnover percentage. They normally don't turn the ball over a ton, so the Warriors have got super active here. You get a little ball fake there from Donovan Mitchell, and that gave him enough space to get that floater in there.
You always look up, and Donovan Mitchell's averaging 28 a game. I mean, he's one of the elite, consistent players in this league.
Well, he's averaged at least 24 a game every single month of the season, so it's just consistency personified.
Porzingis missing that three.
They want to get Porzingis going as soon as possible in this game.
Strus likes to get going from three, but off back iron. So Cleveland 0 for 3 from deep. The Warriors 2 of 6 in the early going. Jamski wanted to push from behind, and he will get that.
There you go. Confidence to draw fouls now. We talked about him throwing his head back. That's your fault.
It's my fault.
You jinxed him. Why would you not wait till he's made the 2 free throws to read your little free throw stat?
Bob Fitzgerald turnover, broadcasting turnover.
But you know what? Like what he just did there, the bumper car move, that's something we see James Harden do. That's something we see a lot of the veterans do. So he's learning the tricks of the trade. He's getting more creative with it.
And you saw the 80% number for a full month plus. So Allen missing that layup, but there's the aggressiveness Corinne's been talking about.
Against the smaller big, against a great defensive player like Draymond Green, ripped it through trying to get by him. He missed it there, but that's the approach they want.
LJ Cryer in, he Santos back in, he missing that three. Sam Merrill is another elite perimeter shooter.
You got to find him.
It's his first playing time. Merrill hiding behind Mobley. LJ trying to stay with him in that lock and trail. And then Strus in the other corner. So now that Strus is back, they have other perimeter bombers.
He is 48% from three-point range. I mean, it's him and Luke Kennard in a battle.
He thought about that three. Jared Allen's Draymond just daring him to shoot that three. Made one. Shot clock down to 5. Pajemski, D-cell. Oh, the offhand. Allen's size just changes things.
And Jared Allen kind of slowed down a little bit with him.
Allen running the floor and Harden, that's what we talked about. If you play with James Harden, he's always been good to bigs, whether it's Zubac, whether it's Dwight Howard back in the day.
Yeah, and if you run, he's going to see you. He's going to get his head up.
Oh, knocked away. Shot clock at 10. And Santos, an open three. The Warriors are going to have to knock these down. I mean, Cleveland is too good interior-wise. Draymond saved the layup there, knocked it away from Mobley. He got it back and nearly fell down. Meeting said, come on, Josh. That was for Josh Tiven. The crew chief would call that foul.
Little Richard, deep end. There's your double.
Sam Merrill out of the corner.
Yeah, so he's 43%.
Yeah, Strus on one side, Merrill on the other, and Cleveland up 9.
Those are their shooters.
Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis, both coming over from Sacramento. Now Spencer inside.
Yeah, he just cut right in front of Schroeder. Schroeder switched onto him, but he's behind him there. There's no better cutter on the team than Pat Spencer.
Harden on the rookie. He's going to get where he wants to go. On the floor.
He made his move quick there because he anticipated the double. Warriors are elected the double team there. He's like, no, I'm going to get a shot off at some point here.
Thomas Bryant's in to deal with Draymond. Draymond back in close quarters to Pat Spencer. Left that little fadeaway. Draymond batted it back out. How about fading away from 3? Pat Spencer at 19 in the Warrior victory over Cleveland.
And those are the two areas that Cavs can struggle. Defensive rebound, they're 20th there, and then opponent three-point shooting. So you saw both of them there.
Don't leave Merrill. Warriors fortunate. LJ Cryer coming back for the long rebound.
Just trying to keep the game close here so you can compete in the end.
You see Harden leave his feet. He knows who LJ Cryer is already. He's Santos shoveling to Draymond. And then Gee did not give up on the play. Draymond is telling Josh Tiven, hey, we got fouls on the other end. Wasn't I fouled there? I like the Josh. Give a guy a chance to say something and keep the game moving.
There was a lot of contact.
There was. Bryant had that deflected away. Pat Spencer just broke up that lob.
Well, he saw his teammate Draymond have to step up, so help the helper. Pat was the one that did that.
Schroeder with the blocking foul. So 16 years in the league, 99 playoff games, 10 NBA Finals games. He's an elite official.
Can you understand? That's some restraint.
No, I like that. It's good restraint. Pat Spencer.
Okay, so Pat Spencer, he's done this to this team before. Remember last time the Warriors saw this team?
The Warriors won. Third. He had 19.
Yeah, the Warriors won. It was because of Pat Spencer. He was that dude as the Warriors get another stop.
Draymond sent away Thomas Bryant. Santos on Merrill. Merrill moves his feet, but there's GP2 to float it home.
The Warriors are getting active in the paint now. There's 6 opponent points in the paint.